Welcome to Agents of Nothing, an episode-by-episode recap and analysis from the perspectives of a veteran and a new recruit. And now, a quick word from our sponsors. Good morning, Agents of Nothing, and welcome to our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast. We are your commanding officers. I'm Mariah.
And I'm Caroline.
And today we're going to be talking about Season 2, Episode 21, SOS, Part 1.
Yeah. So, Mariah, how was your week?
It was fine. Nothing really much to talk about. I've been hanging out with the guy I'm seeing a lot, and he's been keeping me up to all hours of the night. Not get your minds out of the gutter. He's just a night owl, and I'm a grandma.
Yeah, when Mariah says all hours of the night, she means like 10 p.m.
Yeah. I'm like, it's so late.
It's after 8:30. I gotta get home.
But yeah, and yesterday I went to a bridal shower brunch for my cousin, and I had chicken and waffles, so that was real fun.
The best breakfast food.
Yes.
Love that.
I can even forgive that the chicken was dry, because I had the syrup, so it, like, balanced out.
Yeah, it makes up for it. That's good.
So how was your week, Caroline?
For the most part, it's been pretty cool. As for those of you who may be watching, might have noticed, I have a new background here. This is not permanent, but in the closet that I usually record in, I can hear my neighbor's dryer running, so I had to makeshift a little fort real quick in the other room. So sorry if the sound is terrible. You're welcome if the sound is great. But yeah, we've gotten a lot of like new like decor and stuff in this week. So we finally have some curtains and an actual bed frame. We are no longer sleeping on the floor. That was weird to get used to, because like even the bed frame that I had before was like, it was really low, and now we're using it for the second bedroom now. But that bed has a box spring under it, and so like I don't have a box spring for my mattress, so it just was like, it was really low, and now I feel like I'm, like, exposed. I feel like I'm, like, sleeping on a table. It was weird. But, yeah, so we got that. We got some, like, plant hangers and a bird feeder and a fire pit for outside. We just got a bidet.
Whoa.
I'm really excited about that. But, yeah, it feels like we're, like, finally nesting, even though we've been here for 3 months now. So yeah, it's been cool.
Right, you want to get into it?
Let's do it.
Right, so this episode was written by Jeffrey Bell and directed by Vincent Misiano. For part 1 of the season finale, Ryan Sook's poster hints at Cal's transformation into the Mr. Hyde persona from the comics in an homage to traditional comic book covers.
Oh, okay. I figured it was like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of homage. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, we totally should have done just, like, an extra long episode. We should have watched part 1 and part 2 as one episode, because I cannot remember. I don't think it aired all at once, but it might have.
I mean, it's an excellent place for a cliffhanger.
Yeah. I keep seeing things, like, talking about this as, like, part 1 of the 2-hour season finale. And I was like, I don't recall that.
Wow. Maybe it just didn't feel like 2 hours when you watched it.
Maybe. It also was 10 years ago, so...
Yeah. That is a long time to, like, keep that little tiny factoid in your brain. But, oh well, we didn't do that.
Right. We didn't do that. So here we are.
Only part 1.
So who do we meet in part 1?
We meet no one. There's no
Thank
one
God.
new. I'm so glad. There was so much going on. I could not have handled someone new.
I could just imagine you being like, who the fuck is this guy?
What is this? It's episode 21. What are we doing? So they did a good job.
Is he important in season 2? No, season 2. Season 3.
Oh my god.
Never mind. I'm going to cut that out.
Okay. So we pick up where we left off with Jiaying stumbling out of her office bleeding. Sky runs to her side and Jiaying alludes to Gonzalez shooting her by saying that he wanted to exterminate Inhumans and that he had a gun. Very sneaky. Very sneaky on her part.
Sneaky, sneaky.
Sneaky snake. Sorry. I'm sorry. So Jiaying immediately starts delegating while Sky is still, like, holding her. Gordon to take care of Gonzalez and Lincoln to get all the Inhumans to safety. Simmons offers to help by taking a look at Jiaying's wound, but Jiaying refuses any more of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s help and tells her to go away.
Yikes, yikes, yikes.
Ugh.
This is all I could think
Yeah.
during all of this.
I hated that. And, like, Gordon was in on it. I knew he would be, but, like,
I expected better from you, Gordon.
So May asks Coulson, Hunter, and Fitz if they've heard from Morse, and no one has, so Hunter springs into action, of course. Simmons interrupts to tell them about the Jiaying-Gonzalez situation. Fitz says that that's what Gonzalez has been wanting all along, so it kind of makes sense. But Coulson believes there must be something else going on because, quote, Gonzalez would never do that. Like, were we listening to the same council meeting in the last episode? Because, yes, he absolutely would do that.
Literally. Why are they so sure that Gonzalez wouldn't do it? I mean...
That blew my mind.
I personally, I don't think he would be stupid enough to do it.
Yeah.
But I believe that he would do it.
He totally would. But yeah, that line made me so frustrated because I was like, yes, he would. What do you mean?
It's crazy.
So May goes to get the rest of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s people so that they can get the hell out of there. On the other Quinjet, Gordon and the other Inhuman beat the living crap out of 2 S.H.I.E.L.D. agents and use their Quinjet to start shooting at the afterlife. Damn. Jiaying, this is quite a plan.
The self-inflicted gunshot and Inhuman takeover of the jet and subsequent attack are classic false flag attacks. An attack by a group on their own group using a weapon from another group so the opposing group can be blamed.
Yeah. It's smart, but I don't like it.
No.
They're lying.
They're liars.
I think that was...
As if that's the worst part of all of this. They're lying.
They're lying. They are manipulating people by being untruthful. Yeah, I feel like oftentimes, like, the plot line, the, like, plot trope that gets me a lot is, like, just constant miscommunication, leading to, like, a bunch of issues. But in this case, it was literally just, like, somebody being evil. And I was like, no, that's not true. I couldn't handle it.
Oh.
So the bombs or whatever the Quinjet shoots almost hit Jiaying herself and Sky and Lincoln as they help her hobble towards the medical area. As they slowly get up, Jiaying turns to Sky. This made me scream. Okay. Jiaying turns to Sky and asks why she would do this to them. It's literally the Eric Andre meme. Where he, like, shoots somebody and then he's like, why would they do this to us?
When that happened, I went, hello?
Oh my god. I screamed. That's the shit. I was like, you did it. What do you mean? I couldn't. It was a lot.
Yeah, that's the one part I really don't get. I can understand almost all of Jia-ying's actions, except for that one part. I'm like,
yeah.
What the fuck?
Shit, okay, but, like, because then Lincoln's like, yeah, Sky, why would you do this to us? This was your idea. And, like, Jia-ying, you are now turning everybody against your daughter. I thought you wanted her to stay here with you.
Yeah, to me, Jia-ying is almost like a Killmonger type thing. Like, I get where you're coming from, but you're going about it the wrong way.
Yeah.
Except for that one part, I'm like, that does not make any fucking sense.
Like, you bitch. I hate you. Anyway, so as Lincoln continues carrying Jia-ying away, Sky takes on a straggling shield agent and then May herself and wins. Like, she had a little bit of an advantage with, like, the new powers and stuff, but still, oh my god.
That was an incredible fight scene.
It was really good. And you know I don't usually have things to say about fight scenes, but it was impressive. I guess I really like the hand-to-hand combat kind of fight scenes that don't include Ward.
Yeah. My mom just got home, so if you can hear noises in the background, that's her.
I haven't heard anything yet, so. So Mac is literally on his way out, bag packed, saying goodbye, when the ship alarms start going off and he finds out that Gonzalez is presumed dead. Well, he is back in, folks. Coulson, May, Simmons, and Weaver meet up over Zoom to ask all the questions that we're all asking ourselves too.
Gemma is honestly the only one talking sense. Like, even if she's wrong, it absolutely makes sense. She was, like, the only one that was like, guys, no, do we know the same Gonzalez? We absolutely would do this.
Literally. Everybody else seems to hold him in too high of esteem, and I don't get it. Like, he has told you who he is over and over again. Like, when May in the last episode was like, he's a better man than you think he is, or whatever. Why?
Where?
How? Where do you see that? Are
who, what, when, where, person? Why?
Explain. Elaborate. America, explain. So Sky learns that while Jia-ying can heal herself, it still takes time, and she feels all the pain that anyone else would. Lincoln accuses Sky of being part of this shield attack. And why? I said it earlier, but why would Jia-ying devise a plan to make everyone hate Sky too? Jia-ying gives a half-assed defense of Sky, saying that she feels just as betrayed as the rest of them, if not more, before sending everyone away while she's getting her stitches or whatever. But really, she could have tried a little harder to be like, no, it's not Sky's fault. I made this decision. I'm in charge or something. She was just like, Sky feels just as betrayed as the rest of us. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hunter is still freaking out about Morse not answering. So Fitz pulls up the flight records and sees that the transponder, or whatever, was disconnected from that plane. So they also decide to look for the footage of Morse leaving the base. And Fitz just can't stop finishing Hunter's
sentences.
Thank you. I knew you would catch it. Sky goes to see Reyna and accuses her of knowing exactly what would happen, even though Reyna did literally tell them that this exact thing would happen. The way that she was like, you knew that this would happen. Yeah, she told you.
Yeah.
She said that
She's
she did.
like, I never denied that. Right. You guys didn't believe me.
That's not my fault. Raina says that she would love to talk more, but there's no way Sky would actually believe her anyway. Raina says that she's seen a vision of her true purpose, to help Sky become who she was always meant to be the thorn that protects the rose, or the daisy. I love that metaphor. Raina says that while she and Sky won't ever speak again, she knows that Sky is supposed to become the new leader, to save them all from Jiaying misleading them. Interesting. I'm wondering if, because in the last episode I was jumping to the conclusion of like, oh, Raina's saying that she should be the one to talk to S.H.I.E.L.D. so that she can like get more power or whatever, or like so that she can lead them. And I'm wondering if that was like a little diversion, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like she was being genuine, honestly. Like, because I know in the last episode you said, like, what authority does she have? I think it's less about the authority and less about, like, her wanting power as it is, like, S.H.I.E.L.D. already knows me.
Yeah.
They don't trust her, but...
Yeah.
They know her.
I don't know. I feel like this episode brings up a lot more questions about the last episode, and specifically for Raina, because I immediately assumed, I guess what everybody else in the show seemed to assume, is that Raina was being sneaky. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very interesting. But Raina doesn't help herself by being... Well, I guess she wasn't vague in that instance. She said what needed to be said.
Yeah.
Just nobody believed her.
Yeah.
And so now she's being vague as hell. She's like, we will never speak again because I'm going to die.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone, but I'm going to die today.
Okay, so Gordon brings the S.H.I.E.L.D. pilot that he took hostage over to see Jiaying. He says that Jiaying's plan worked and everyone will be willing to fight S.H.I.E.L.D. for her now, most likely including Lincoln and Sky. Then she says that she needs to heal, so she takes the hostage's face in her hands and like fucking sucks his life force out like a damn Sanderson sister. What the fuck was that?
Oh shit.
I hated that.
Oh shit.
Ugh. It was like disgusting. Coulson waits for Cal as he is escorted onto the base and asks why he's really there, like he would answer. Cal says he's a gift horse, a peace offering from my family. Coulson sends him away, and Simmons says she believes he's more of a Trojan horse, which is exactly where my mind went to.
Greek mythology.
Yeah. She goes to analyze his vials in the lab, and Coulson asks if Sky is gone. May says she chose. Bitch, like, you didn't choose fucking Gonzalez. Get out of here. She thought that y'all attacked the family that she's been literally searching for her entire life. Honestly, if I was Sky in this situation, I would have chosen the Inhumans too.
Yeah.
Fitz and Hunter finally figure out that May left the base twice, so Agent 33 must have taken Morse. This storyline was so random.
Thank you.
I was like, oh, they're just throwing this in here.
I feel so vindicated, honestly. We'll get into it. Because every time a scene from this storyline comes up in the script, I'm like, why? It's
just like, there was like just not much for me to take notes on either. I was like, what? It's like one sentence. It's like a 30-second scene. Anyway, so speaking of, Morse is sitting with her arms tied to a table, Kara demanding that Morse admit what she did. Ward comes and says that they learned from Bakshi that Morse was the one who handed Kara over to Hydra to begin with. and so she is the reason that Kara was tortured. And so they are prepared to torture Morse until she admits it. And I like... So
yawn.
Okay, until she admits it, you already know. Why does she have to admit it?
This storyline always felt so forced to me. Like they needed a way to bring Ward back or like give Bobby and Hunter something to do. And yawns all around.
Yeah. It's like Ward and Kara were both home free. They could have just gone off and disappeared. And again, like, they already know that Morse did it. What does it matter if she admits it?
Closure.
Anyway. Sky visits Jiaying and is shocked at how fast she's healed. Which Jiaying says is thanks to good doctors and the generosity of others. What the fuck? What is that?
Bitch, what the fuck?
Literally. Jiaying says that she wants Sky to be fighting on her side when they take the fight to S.H.I.E.L.D. Sky hesitates, so Jiaying gives her the medallion thing that Gonzalez brought and asks that Sky bring this back to her if she decides to fight with the Inhumans. Which, again, was such a, like... She doesn't even know what this medallion means. Like, why are you using that? Just have her come tell you.
Be like, let me know.
Text me.
Let me know either way. It's totally cool if not.
Yeah. Right, because what was going to happen if she said no? I don't know. I don't know what was going to happen.
I don't know.
Because surely they wouldn't have let her go back to S.H.I.E.L.D. Anyway. Coulson and the team find the Quinjet footage of Gordon and realize that this was all a setup to make all the Inhumans, including Sky, believe that S.H.I.E.L.D. had declared war. Fitz and Hunter show them the footage of May apparently leaving with Morse. So they all head out to save Morse and try to guess why Ward may have planned this. Hang on. I'm realizing how weird it was that they were like, oh, gotta go save Morse now. The entire team in the middle of this.
I feel like maybe it was like, oh, we need Bobby. She's our best fighter.
I guess, but they didn't say that. They just were like, no. Oh, Morse has been captured? Let's go. Anyway, so they all head out to save Morse and try to guess why Ward may have planned this. And Coulson said that Ward's logic is rarely logical, so there must be a piece that we don't understand yet. And May says, there's a piece that Ward doesn't understand. When I find him, I'm gonna kill him. Which was a little cringy, but also don't tease me like that. Ward is a sadistic torturer, of course, giving Morse an anesthetic that will wear off shortly so that she can't adjust to the pain and it will just hit all at once. But Ward offers to let her avoid all of this pain if Morse will just admit what she did and apologize. See, now before they just said she had to admit it, and now she has to apologize too? You can't keep adding stuff.
No takesies backsies.
You can't keep adding rules.
You're moving the goalposts here.
That's not fair. Morse half apologizes, but doubles down that though she made a tough call to tell Hydra where that safe house was in order not to blow her cover, she still believes she made the right call. And regardless of what she may say to them while they torture her, she will never meaningfully apologize to the two of them because she would still make the same call now.
Again, I just really have trouble making myself give a shit about this storyline because it's so gratuitous for no reason.
Yeah.
Like, it makes me queasy and I feel like it's pointless.
Right. Like, I don't know. I guess if they were just gonna kill her, like, okay, I guess. I don't like that either, but yeah, it just felt so random and like, just unimportant to
it's
the
so
overall
random
storyline.
and so unimportant, but also, like, it is so graphic.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
It's, like, the worst part of the episode. And, like, I just...
And completely unrelated to the main storyline.
Yes. Yes. I feel so vindicated, honestly.
No, it is. And that's what I was saying in, like, the last scene where they all were just like, oh, guess the whole team is going after Morse now. It's like, you have a much larger problem on your hands currently.
You got shit to do.
Yeah. And, like, literally what Morse was saying is, like, the good of the many outweighs the good of the few, or whatever. Like, the whole of the mission is more important than one person or one agent. And, like, I don't know, it just felt weird.
It's very
It felt
weird.
very weird. So Weaver and Coulson are on a Zoom call arguing over the next course of action. Weaver is dead set on a swift attack. That was the Taylor Swift reference for this episode, by the way. While Coulson wants to gather more information and see if there could still be a peaceful solution while there's still an agent within the afterlife. Weaver doesn't give two shits about Skye, though. While Coulson is attempting to convince Weaver that Skye could still be useful to them, he sees that Mac hasn't left yet. And Mac actually agrees that they should try and find a peaceful solution before waging a full-on war, and Weaver is fucking pissed at this. I don't understand why this woman is so obsessed with killing people.
I don't know. She was just a nice professor last season. Like, the fuck?
And now she's like, we have to kill them. It has to happen now. And, like, I know I was just saying like, she even said what I was just saying, the whole of S.H.I.E.L.D. is more important than just Skye. But also, like, she wants a full-on war. That will kill a lot more people.
Yeah.
So Coulson goes to see Cal in the dungeon, and Cal is freaking out. Maybe tweaking out. I don't know. Coulson subtly asks what kind of murder juice Cal is all hopped up on.
I kind of love Cal in this episode. He's just a silly, goofy guy.
Yeah.
A silly, goofy, murderous guy.
He was much more entertaining than Morse and Hunter.
Yeah.
In the lab, Coulson asks Simmons what they figured out about Cal's murder juice. And she's found quite a cocktail here to create an attempt at super strength, including steroids, methamphetamine, gorilla testosterone, and a drop of peppermint, because he's not a complete monster. Coulson muses that besides Captain America, every attempt at super strength has been ill-conceived. But apparently, any normal person would be sent to the ER after just one vial, and Cal took 3, so it must have worked a little bit. Morse is trying to mask her pain by talking to Kara, trying to convince her that Ward is manipulating her, just like Bakshi did. But bringing up Ward's past doesn't work because Kara says that Ward already told her everything that he did and was made to do. So Kara says that no matter what, she will always stand with Ward. You can't reason with delusional, I guess.
This is sickening in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I do love the subtle dig / shout out to the hashtag Stand With Ward girlies. Sorry, Stand With Ward girlies.
Not sorry. Fuck yourselves. You Nazis.
So Agent 33 says the line, "I will always stand with Ward." Hashtag Stand With Ward was the Twitter hashtag for fans that hoped Ward would turn back into a hero.
It's impossible. It's not possible. That was never going to happen.
I'm so glad that they never meaningfully... Oh.
Good. I'm so happy.
My bad.
Keep going.
Okay, well, yeah, I guess it's not a spoiler. They never meaningfully try to do a redemption arc with Ward.
Good. Thank fuck.
Like, what we got with the mission on, like, the last mission of the Bus Kids, that's as far as it went.
Good. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. You know I was worried about it.
I know you were.
I was really nervous about that. This has really soothed me.
I'm glad.
Anyway, so Jiaying meets with Reina on a bridge. Very dramatic. Jiaying basically is trying to find out if Reina is on her side, and Reina flat out says no. Reina tells her that she has found her true purpose, to bring the truth to light, and she knows that the Inhumans will find out the truth about Jiaying one way or another. And then Jiaying says, no they won't, and then she stabs Reina in the neck! Oh my god! Reina.
I will remember you. Will you remember me? Okay, now that Reina's gone, I can talk about why I feel like she was a missed opportunity.
Please.
So, with her being as beautiful and manipulative as she was, I think it would have been so cool if her powers had just expanded on that, like mind control or something, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that Inhuman powers are not, like, they're kind of supposed to be random and have nothing to do with who or what you were pre-transformation, but I still think it would have been interesting to see.
Yeah.
I do like that she had to grapple with, like, her physical transformation, i.e. not being beautiful anymore, but I felt like after she transformed, she was just a device to move the plot forward, and she stopped being such a compelling character. I mean, they literally use her death as a means to move the plot forward.
Yeah.
It just feels like such a waste. She was such a good character.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think, I feel like it's so weird for the powers to not be, like, based on who they are as a person. And I was fully expecting her to be, like, fucking terrifying as, like, with powers. And then she just was like, I don't want anybody to see me. I don't want to be here.
Please kill me.
Yeah. And that she, like, finally was like, I feel at peace. I feel like I found my purpose here. And I am going to do what I feel is right. That could have been so transformative. Yeah, I agree. I think that was a waste.
Yeah. Even if we had gotten more of Reina, like, with the powers that she has.
Yeah.
Like, I think that would have been interesting to see if they had used it. Not that they didn't use it well, but if they had used it well, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. If they had used it to, like, I don't know, if they just continued to treat her as, like, a full, like, a well-rounded character instead of just a plot device.
Yeah.
Yeah. But gasp! Sky saw Jiaying kill Reina, and so she drops the medallion, which is the only reason that they had her have the medallion. That was the only reason for that medallion.
The medallion was a plot device.
Wait, okay, but, like, literally Reina went from being, like, a very compelling and interesting, full, rounded character to being just as important as this fucking medallion that they used one time.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was unnecessary because she could have just been like, let me know. Man. Okay, so Jiaying tries to say that Reina threatened her, but Sky has seen too much. She realizes that Jiaying must have killed Gonzalez and started this war on her own. So Sky is getting more and more angry, so Jiaying's goon hits her over the head and knocks her out. Jiaying tells him to restrain Sky and basically just, like, put her somewhere until this war is over.
That's a lot.
It was a lot. And I feel like, what did she think was going to happen? What did Jiaying think was going to happen? Because, like, she knows that Sky is not stupid. She was going to figure it out. She figured out everything else. I don't know.
And it's like, I don't know. You don't make sure that no one is around before you stab somebody in the neck.
Right. You already have somebody, like, keeping watch for you. Have him watch for Sky. Have more than one person. Anyway. So Coulson visits Cal again, and it seems Cal was unaware of Jiaying's full plan, and he refuses to believe that she would do anything that might hurt Sky. Cal then admits that he created his concoction himself and took it of his own free will, and it was his idea to come under S.H.I.E.L.D. custody, and his plan is to kill as many S.H.I.E.L.D. agents as possible. And why he would say that, I don't know.
Because he's stupid. I love him. He's like a himbo, but not good.
Yeah. A bad himbo. So we've come back around to a bimbo.
No, but Kyle MacLachlan makes the boldest choices with this character, and I
for sure
live for it every time.
He was excellent. He was like, I feel like he really just had so much fun being Cal.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, he just embodies that crazy so well. Like, he read the script and he was like, oh, this guy's a little insane. I'm going to expand on that.
Let me elaborate. Yeah. And I like that you used the word embodied, because I do feel like he used his whole body to portray this as well.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, he's shaking, his fingers are twitching, like, he's, like, moving around, he's all over the place. Yeah, I feel like he did a great job. I'm really happy with his performance. I hope that he's proud of himself.
I hope you're proud of yourself, Kyle.
Good job. Man who's been in the industry for, like, longer than I've been alive, probably. You did a great job.
Yeah. Take it from two, late 20s gals. You did good. You done good. You got our seal of approval.
2 thumbs up, man. Great job.
2 thumbs up, Kyle.
I'm sure he's probably, like, won Emmys or something. I don't know. But great job.
Imagine Kyle MacLachlan of Twin Peaks fame is listening to our Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. podcast.
And he's just like, this means so much to me, guys. You have no idea. Anyway, Kyle, come on the pod.
Come on the pod, Kyle.
We will shower you with compliments. So, moving on. Hunter and May find the abandoned Quinjet and the aftermath of the initial fight. Morris is seemingly struggling with the torture when Ward comes in to add more needles under her fingernails. Disgusting. Also, how would that add to anything? Like, it's already hurting.
Yeah. At this point, it's already gone numb.
Yeah.
Well, no, I guess not, because he did the anesthetic and the whatever.
At this point, it's like peak pain, and I just don't, I feel like, you know, you already have 3 needles under 3 fingernails. How is a 4th one going to make a difference? Anyway, so Morse says, I've seen the real Grant Ward. He's a coward who always has an excuse or someone else to blame. I literally cheered at this. Fuck yes. Thank you. Honestly, if this line was the only thing to come out of this little, like, B line,
this
B
B
storyline,
plot line,
it will have been worth it. Only for that. And this fight scene here, I loved one particular part of it. So Ward is like, you don't know me. And literally everyone knows you, man. You're not mysterious.
You're not that hard to figure out.
You're very easy. You're not complicated in the slightest. But Morse has broken free of her bonds, and the fight ensues, and I'm pretty sure she punched him in the dick at one point, and I loved it, and it was the best part of the episode.
Rewind, slow-mo.
Yes. Eventually, Kara joins the fight too, and they overpower Morse. Ward knocks her down and then breaks her leg. Fucking hated that.
Again, the reason I hate this plot so much is because it's so upsetting for, like, no reason.
Yeah.
Like, why are we doing this?
That particular part, the, like,
stomping on her leg.
It felt so, like, the worst parts of, like, a horror or thriller genre. Because, you know how, like, in horror movies, like, a big critique is that, like, men may have, like, a gruesome death, but it's, like, quick. Or, like, you just see, like, blood spattering and then they move on. But when women get killed in a horror movie, it's, like, slow and agonizing and gruesome and gory and, like, just gratuitous. All the G's.
Yeah.
That's what this felt like, and I wanted to see her punch him in the dick, and then we could have been done.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway, so Ward asks if Morse has anything to say to Kara, like a fucking preschool teacher. And Morse says, I do it again, bitch. I added the bitch, but it felt necessary. So Kara takes the gun from Ward, but then doesn't shoot her because it's not satisfying enough if Morse isn't sorry or afraid of dying. But don't worry, Ward has a plan B, of course.
Always does.
Like, I guess I've never been on a fucking revenge mission, but you've already tortured her, and she's not going to apologize to you. So, like, what else is left?
Now it's time to punish her. Although, was the torture not punishment?
Exactly. Like, you already did that. Yeah. It just felt like they were like, well, we need to fill some time. So, back at S.H.I.E.L.D., Cal is really freaking out now, while Coulson tries to convince him that Jiaying was the real monster the whole time. That she must have been the one who made Cal kill their whole village, made Cal take the drugs, and turned Cal into the weapon that Skye has been afraid of this whole time. And then Cal passes out and his heart stops. Because he can't even imagine that Jiaying would do this. And Coulson is adamant that they at least try to bring him back to life for Skye's sake, even though he's literally planning to kill all of them, and he said so. So Simmons gives him a shot of adrenaline, and then Cal wakes up.
Bad idea.
Yeah. Like...
Taking him out of the cell at all was a bad idea.
Truly. Just bring Simmons there. If anything. But also, like, he looks like a completely different actor. Is this still Kyle MacLachlan?
Yes, it is. Just with a lot of prosthetics on.
Ugh! I literally said, why does he look like that? Ew!
It's Mr. Hyde.
Yeah. They did a great... Listen, the makeup department, great job. You did a great job. He looked like a completely different person. Not that I'm the greatest at differentiating between people.
You also thought it was a different actor when they did the de-aging on him.
I did. Yep. Yeah. Like I said, you did a great job regardless. Even though I'm not the best judge of this. I thought 2 separate people were the same person, and I thought one person has been 3 different people. But...
That just goes to show what a great actor Kyle MacLachlan is.
Yeah. You know, he's great. The makeup department's great. Everybody's doing a great job.
Everybody's
doing
great.
Their best.
Everybody's great.
Anyway, so Fitz hands Coulson and Simmons icers, and Simmons offers more lethal options, as she says, but Coulson doesn't want to kill Skye's father unless they absolutely have to. I appreciate that he cares about Skye and that he doesn't want to, like, cause her any more pain than necessary. I feel like this is the time, though.
Yeah.
You kind of have to.
My first thought, like, just now, the thing that popped into my head was, like, just kill him and tell her that you had no choice.
Literally. Like
she's not gonna know. She's not there.
She's not there. And you have at least two witnesses who she will trust to say that it was time.
What does that say about us?
I don't know.
That we have a level of self-preservation that Coulson does not.
I guess. Maybe he just has more confidence in his own ability to subdue Cal than we do.
Yeah, maybe so.
That's what it is. He's like, no, I can do this. And we're like, fucking no, you can't.
Please don't try.
You're gonna get everyone else killed in the meantime. Anyway, so Cal realizes that adrenaline was the missing piece of his homemade concoction. And, okay, imagine, because he's spent 25 years working on this formula. And then fucking the people that he hates the most, S.H.I.E.L.D., are the ones who figure it out for him.
Man, just wailing on him left and right. Yeah. Just punch after punch after punch S.H.I.E.L.D. is getting.
Poor guy, honestly. Coulson tries to tell Cal again that this was all Jiaying's doing, but Cal does not care at this point. He says that he's always done whatever Jiaying tells him to do, and that's why she loves him. That's sad.
Her love language is acts of service.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. And then he throws like a giant vat of I think it said oxygen at Coulson through a window and then begins to chase him around the base.
It was something gen. It was either oxygen or hydrogen.
Nitrogen, oxygen, hydrogen, whatever.
That's another one.
That is one. All the Jens. All the Jennifers. And
shout out to all the Jennifers.
Great job, Jennifers. And also a great opportunity to see Coulson run again. Because, that's our favorite. So Mac catches Lincoln and a group of Inhumans carrying an unconscious Skye through the halls of the ship. He sees that she has her power inhibitors on, which is interesting. Those are useful now that they can use it against her. Of course. Hunter and May talk about how weird love is, when suddenly Hunter's GPS picks up Morse's phone finally. And it's of course a trap, but Hunter doesn't care and they immediately head that direction.
So Jeffrey Bell talked about the visual effects in general throughout the season and in the episodes themselves, saying, "Visual effects are a big part of our show, and some of them are invisible, and some of them are very dramatic. And the fact that there's no real planes in our show, and you just accept the fact that, oh, that's a plane, is pretty cool. We could do it because it was our finale, but to their credit, they had very little turnaround time for any of those effects."
That is cool. They did a great job.
It's hard to, grapple with the idea. There are no real planes on this show.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I guess, do you think they just have, one kind of cockpit setup and they just use that with a green screen for every cockpit that they use?
Maybe. I think they probably have one Quinjet and one plane. Well, now probably they only have Quinjets, but before.
Yeah. Anyway, so Ward and Kara have bound and gagged Morse so that she is sat watching a door with a timed trigger gun or whatever aimed at it, so that the first person who walks in will be immediately shot in the head. And I mean, May and Hunter are very different heights, so I don't know about particularly their heads exploding, but I guess it's not the point.
It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah. Also, does Ward, if he's assuming that Hunter is coming after her, does he know how tall Hunter is? Because they didn't really work together.
Yeah. What if the bullets just, spray past his head?
Literally.
How do you know where he's standing?
Ward did it for, his own height, because he assumes that every man is the same height as him or something. And then it just, goes over Hunter's head. Anyway, it's not the point. So Gordon and his goons fairly easily take over the room on the ship with the liquid rock thing. And Mac goes after Skye but gets turned around by a woman who can duplicate herself, I guess. Or quadruplicate herself. And Lincoln shocks the power to the whole ship. Weaver is desperately trying to get in touch with Coulson to warn him, and Mac is the only person left fighting on the lower decks, and all he has is a backpack and an axe. And it's very Titanic-esque.
So Titanic of him.
So Titanic of him. I bet he's gonna, float away on a door or something.
I'll never let go, Jack.
He's like, damn it, I could have been done with this. I was quitting today.
Wait, can I go on a side tangent about
Please
Titanic? Do. Someone pointed out that at the end of Titanic, when she's floating on the door, she says, "I love you," and Jack does not say it back.
No! Oh my god. Was it because he was already dead?
I don't know. But, you have to think about it, and it's
They had known each other, 3 days?
Yeah. It was, couldn't have been more than a week.
Yeah.
It's so funny to think about, where she's known this man for like 3 days. They had sex once. And she's like, I love you. And he's like, stay alive for me, Rose.
He's like, I don't want to be, like, responsible for your death, because that would make me feel bad. But this is a little much.
You're going a little fast here.
We are about to die, and we are moving too fast.
Oh my god, imagine. He's, like, shivering, like, teeth chattering, and he's like, I wanted to take it slow.
I wasn't looking for anything serious. Yes. Okay.
Okay. We are, like, so close to done.
Yeah. So over at HQ, Fitz and Simmons lure Cal into the garage so that Coulson can run a car into him and trap him against the wall.
Cal is so easy to bait. All the brawn, none of the brains.
Like we said, the bad himbo, the bimbo.
Bimbo.
Even when they stopped, he was just like, why are you stopping? Let's go, guys. So the Inhumans have taken over the ship. Jiaying arrives and takes out a Terrigen crystal and says, now we begin. Hate that.
Hate that.
What a cliffhanger. So now it's time for the post-content content. And there's no post-content content.
Again.
They
keep doing that to us.
What the fuck?
Damn.
At least on this one, this was a part 1. The one before this one, that sucked.
So I was thinking about that, actually, and I'm pretty sure that the post-content content for that was a trailer for Age of Ultron.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's fine.
So on how the different storylines throughout the series led up to this point, executive producer Jeffrey Bell stated that the challenge that we keep seeing is keeping it fresh so it doesn't feel like the same piece of story all season. You want to find a way to mix it up. If this was an HBO show, this would be season 4, and you could look back and go, well, the first season introduced these characters, the second season was more of, oh, Hydra's in S.H.I.E.L.D., and the third one is Skye is becoming a superhero. And then getting to the middle of this season, and now we're sort of getting into this Inhuman world. We've tried to make the flavoring different. We've tried to tell different stories with different combinations of the same people, so it doesn't feel like you're getting different versions of the same story every week.
That is interesting, how much story they've covered in only 2 seasons.
Yeah.
The fact
it's that 22 episode season, baby. We need to go back to it.
Hell yeah. It gave us so much more content. It gave us like more to dissect within each episode.
It gave us filler episodes, which is really just character episodes. Yeah, character episodes.
Which are objectively the best episodes.
Yes. So, overall thoughts.
Just so much happened in this episode. I was truly on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Yeah.
It was really good. What about you?
I'm just really looking forward to part 2.
Yeah. All right.
Just a reminder for you guys. I don't know if we've gotten any new listeners since last season, but we will be doing our email episode at the end of this season. So if you want, send in those emails to agentsofnothingpodcast@gmail.com, and we'll try to read everyone on the show. So
we should give them like a topic to talk about in their emails.
Talk about season 2.
Okay. Who was your favorite new character in season 2? And tell us why.
Yeah.
And if I had a different opinion about them, let me know and we can debate it.
Okay.
Except not really, because I don't like debating, but
it'll be a one-sided debate where you have their argument and you can make your own, and they can't respond.
I will win.
So, that concludes our episode on season 2, episode 21, SOS Part 1.
Yeah.
Next week, we'll be covering season 2, episode 22, SOS Part 2. So stay tuned for that.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Love you.